How's it going, everyone? So my buddy gave me this for free. It's the Leatherman SuperTool. This is like the OG of SuperTools. Um, this was first introduced in 1994, and they ended it in 2001, the SuperTool. That's what it's called. It was actually the first 4.5-inch heavy-duty multi-tool that Leatherman created. So that was the length closed. It has 18 tools. This has 18 tools, and the smaller brother was the PST, the Leatherman PST. The weight is actually not too bad as opposed to the Leatherman Surge. The weight comes in at 8.5 ounces, is 12.5. You can feel the substantial difference in weight, but only 8.5 ounces, which isn't too bad. The SuperTool 200 replaced this in 2001. So this was later replaced by the SuperTool 200. Then the SuperTool 300 was replaced by the Core. They had the Core before, Leatherman Core, in 2009. So that's when they started that. So I'm pretty pumped to get this. My buddy that had it never really used it, he said. He kind of just stored it. And just pretty cool. This is like my first look, kind of. Leatherman, it has the R, SuperTool, Portland, Oregon, penned. And then you got a ruler on the outside. That's kind of cool. Ruler. It's pretty thin though compared to, let's see. This is my only SuperTool. This is the SuperTool 300M. You can see this has more thickness. Pretty cool though. So it had, back in the day, it had the SuperTool 3. This is kind of like, so this is kind of like the SuperTool 300, or we'll call it the 300M. And the smaller one, which was the PST, was a smaller one of this at the time. So they had the Leatherman PST and then the Leatherman SuperTool. So that's pretty cool. But let's open this, see what it has. I was gonna clean it up a little bit just to see, and let's go from there. So like I said, this is basically my first SuperTool besides the 300M series. It's pretty stiff. You can see there's a lanyard hole here. That's kind of cool if you're into lanyards. Doesn't have the replaceable pliers. It's got needle nose pliers. I kind of like this, the roundness of here. It's just very beefy. That's not gonna break. Feels pretty good in the hands. It doesn't have the rolled over metal there like the newer ones have. Let me see if I have that. Yeah, see how the SuperTool has it kind of rolled over. This has the replaceable cutters. Pretty cool. Feels good in the hands. Let me zoom out a little bit. And let's see what kind of tools. Yeah, see, it's kind of clumpy all together. Wow, it's stiff. I'm gonna try to break it in a little bit better. And yeah, it's very stiff, like you saw. So here's the saw. Pretty cool. Back in, we'll have to see what date this was. Then you got a 2D, 3D Phillips head. Kind of like the Leatherman. Well, I'm bleeding a little bit. That's all right. Leatherman Crunch. Then you got, man, it is stiff. You have like a screwdriver, very small screwdriver. Then you have a serrated blade, pretty sweet. And you have kind of a, let me see if I can get that, a bottle opener, can opener combo. We'll try to get it after. And can you see a date on there? It actually says 1,000. So I'm guessing that would be October 2000 on this side. Maybe the other side's different. We'll see. I think that's kind of cool how it's beefy there, you know. Serrated blade looks pretty cool. Close that. And on this side, looks like the rebar file almost. Let me see here. Just bigger. Yeah, pretty close. Very similar. File on both sides. You can see it locks. It actually locks in place. That's kind of cool. And I can push as hard as I can and it won't unlock. I guess the only way to unlock it is by taking another tool out. And that actually, you can see this kind of brings that pivot out a little bit. And then this kind of just disengages it. So it does have a locking feature, which is cool. I don't like that about the Leatherman Bond and the other one that doesn't have locking. I think locking's great to have. Wow, it is stiff. I'm gonna clean it up a little after. So you got a file, like I said. You got a nice knife. I like the looks of that knife. Then you have an awl, very pointy. And you got 2 flat screwdrivers. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what the date is here. I'm trying not, you shouldn't do this because like I showed you, you can cut yourself pretty easily. This side says 0900. So that's kind of cool. I would say that's September 2000. So this is an early OG Leatherman. I'm just going to clean it up a little because I don't think the guy ever cleaned it. I always use this, the ball stall. Good stuff. It'll lube it up too because it's just so freaking stiff. I love this stuff. So stinks. People say it smells like licorice. I disagree. I don't think so. Look at all that. Just takes off the grind really easily. I think that's smaller if you put it in there. But for free, I'm going to clean it up some. Let's see if that helps a little bit better. Okay. Let me do the hinges too. Yeah, it's so stiff. I never know if this stiff. Like, it's maybe. There we go. Put some hinge. Okay. So you got a knife. Actually, that's a serrated blade. I just want to cut myself. Got the saw there. Serrated blade there. Trying to get the bottle opener out. There we go. I think I worked it. It's going to be good too. Man, it so stinks. There we go. So it has like wire turbo. Bottle opener, can opener combo. That's pretty cool. Just like the old school shit. We can use that. Just rub it in. I've seen it. Oh well. Yeah, so you get the can opener. The 2E3 filter, kind of like crunch. I like that. I dig that. You see, it has dirt or rust. I don't know what that is. Then you got, wow, that's stiff. Still stiff. Kind of like a 2E. Ooh, yeah, that's just it. Phillips. And you got screwdriver. Alright, that should be good to go. So it's pretty cool. Like I said before, I disengage it. You just bring up the knife, and that disengages it. Very different compared to, the SuperTool 300. This is the M, where you push down on that, and that disengages it. So that's different. Same with the rebar, which was the SD back in the day. It has this. Easier to do on that, but this is the OG, the first of the time. I didn't know that. Very, very cool though. Just want to share. Put some. Just clean that up a little better. Fine though. Look at that. Very, very good clean. So the first clean it's ever had. So this is a 2000 series. Leatherman. Pretty done, guys. Now I can look at it a little better. Yeah, it feels so much better. You can see the tools kind of just glide now. But you have the serrated blade. Pretty cool. Yeah, it feels a lot better. I'll have to work it. It's that red thing. Let's see if I can get that off. Clean it up a bit. Look at that. SuperTool 300M. And And there's the original SuperTool. 300M came with this as well. And then you got the rebar, which is tinier. But weight's pretty close to the rebar. This is heavier. Now, you think I could carry this every day? I probably wouldn't. The SuperTool is not my favorite. Just because it doesn't have, you don't have a pocket clip, which you can get a sheath for. I love, this is the Surge, by the way. I love having scissors, which this has, huge, massive shear scissors. And it has accessible outside tools. I just think that's awesome. If you need it really, really fast. I couldn't replace it, you know, the Surge with the SuperTool. That's just me, though. That's my opinion. This feels great, though. I would throw it in my, truck or vehicle, have that on my vehicle. I don't think I could carry it on my pocket, just because of no pocket clip, and I just like having outside tools accessible. But that's just me. You do have a ruler, that's cool. Yeah, it feels like it's getting a lot smoother too. I just think this is so cool because it's the, OG version of multi-tools, which is awesome. And it's one of the first, basically. 2000 is pretty old, so that's pretty cool. But it feels pretty smooth for its age as well, too. The pliers look pretty beefy. Let's just look at the little differences between the SuperTool 300 pliers versus this. You see it's a little more beefy on the 300M. The weight, you can feel difference too. But pretty cool. Well, guys, I just wanted to do kind of my first look at the first Leatherman SuperTool of its kind, the OG SuperTool. That's what I'm going to call it, the OG SuperTool. Because it was made in '94 and discontinued in 2001, later known as the SuperTool 300. But, all right, thanks, guys, for watching. I think I talked about the lanyard there. That's kind of cool. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And usually I think they're going on eBay for 40 to 80, 90 bucks, depending on the condition. This one doesn't look too bad. I'll probably just throw it in my vehicle and use it if I need to. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. There's a wire crimper in the back, if you can see that. See the crimper? And wire cutters there as well. Everything looks like it functions. This does not move at all either. All right, thanks guys for watching. Take care.